Monday, the Hawks officially welcomed their 2023 draft picks: guard Kobe Bufkin of Michigan at number 15, center Mouhamed Gueye at number 39, and Penn State forward Seth Lundy at 46. All three are guys the Hawks had on their radar and feel will be a good fit for the organization, GM Landry Fields said, emphasizing Bufkin's ability to defend, a crucial skill as the Hawks try to establish an identity under new coach Quinn Snyder.
Ooh, he brings a lot. He's very versatile. He can play on the ball, off the ball. The defensive mindset that he has is really special. It really stood out to me. And getting to know him just as a human being and the desire and the feel and IQ that he has for the game, when you match that with all the physical tools and all the things that he can bring to the table, like those are things that make special players. And he has that drive. He wants to be good. You know, hearing about his process, the work he put in from freshman year to sophomore year, that's a guy that you take a bet on. And when I spoke with him at the Combine, he was frankly one of my favorites. He's a guy that I'm like, I really would love to get him and build this thing out with a guy like that. And throughout the process, I know we're talking about Kobe, but our other guys in Mo and Seth as well, like those guys all have a part to play in this thing. So we got a really good class. I really like these guys.
What are the biggest things that stand out to you about this class overall and the guys you were able to bring in?
The drive and humility that they have. And I'm going to hammer away at that until I'm blue in the face because it's so important. It's so important for these guys as they're building out individually. And throughout a season, when you have X number of months to be around different human beings, it's good to have that quality. That can get overlooked at time, and you fall in love with the talent, and all these guys are very talented, and of course you need to be talented at this level. But there is something about that humility and selflessness that really brings the team together and really adds to their arsenal of development. And so with all those guys, like it's crucial. It's an absolute of ours.
Last one for you. All three of those guys mentioned that DJ reached out to them
right.
and tried to connect with them and has already told them, make sure you get in the gym. Right. As a GM, hearing that, what does that mean to you that you have a vet doing that for those young guys?
I love it. And honestly, it's not even something I'm surprised by. That's just who DeJounte Murray is. And he's been that way from when I was in San Antonio and he was there to when I got here and we traded for him. Like, that is who DeJounte is. And that's a leader. That's a guy that owns his team and owns the fact that here's some young guys that are coming in, and that's not to discredit anybody else. They didn't have a chance to talk about other guys, but other guys reached out as well. But DeJounte, him doing what he always does is truly special, and it's a good welcoming for these guys. Like, they want to feel like they're being integrated into the group, and in the front office and coaches, like, we can only go so far with that. So to have players reach out to them is really special for them.
Time will tell how much of an impact the Hawks' 3 draft picks will have, but Bufkin is hoping to beef up the defense, and as Fields mentioned, has already gotten some advice from Hawks guard DeJounte Murray, who reached out to all 3 players to welcome them aboard.
He just was talking about remembering what got you here and keep doing it, the hard work, the dedication, and don't lose sight of the main thing.
When you think about what you want to bring to this Hawks team, what is that?
Just high energy, competitive nature, and then mainly on the defensive end is where I want to start, and then obviously the offense will come.
How much have you watched this Hawks team, especially since the Trae Young era has been in effect, and what's your impression of his game and this team overall?
Yeah, Trae Young obviously is an amazing player. I'm looking forward to working alongside him. But as far as the team goes, I've seen a lot of competitive nature. Obviously, last season we had our ups and downs. But they fought through it, and they showed an impact that they can compete at the highest level, even though they came up short. But I'm looking forward to adding on to that, and hopefully we can get over the hump.
How much pride do you take on the defensive end?
A lot.
And how eager are you to implement that?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting out here and defending. Obviously, watching guys like DeJounte Murray, watching film on him, seeing what he's doing, it's something I take pride in. Yeah.
Can you hold that jersey up for me? How's it feel?
It was great.
All right, everybody, let's bring in our Hawks beat writer, Lauren Williams. Lauren, what stands out to you about this draft class for the Hawks overall, but especially Kobe, that pick at 15?
Yeah, I think that with this draft class that the Hawks definitely put a premium on defense. That's something that they struggled with all of last season. And with Kobe, they're going to get that guy who's versatile on the ball and off the ball, which you can really only ask for out of so many rookies, right? That's a skill that usually that they have to pick one or the other. They're either really good on-ball defense or really good off-ball defense, and then you have to develop the other side. So I think with Kobe, they're getting a lot of versatility, but also with the other two in terms of Mouhamed Gueye and Seth Lundy, they're getting these 3-and-D guys, or at least in Lundy's case, a 3-and-D guy who shoots 40% from three, but also has the defensive skills to be on the court and maybe earn some playing time. And I think with Mouhamed, they're going to have to give him a little bit more time to develop, just because they do have, as of right now, Clint Capella and Onyeka Okongwu ahead of him in the rotation, as well as Bruno Fernando technically. So yeah, I think that we're going to see some development over time, but I think that they have a pretty talented draft class in their midst.
How much do you see those guys having an effect as soon as next season, or are these guys who might need longer to develop before you see that effect?
Yeah, I think we're going to have to wait and see, but I also think that they're going to be the types that spend more time developing, just because from what I've heard of Quinn Snyder, he doesn't technically or typically play rookies a lot of the time. So I think we'll see some spot minutes here and there for a guy like Kobe Bufkin, whereas maybe Mouhamed and Seth Lundy will spend a little bit more time in College Park.
When you look at where the Hawks roster is right now, having added these three guys now, what else do you think this roster needs to achieve what this team wants to achieve next year, which, if I'm looking at it, is probably hopefully avoiding that play-in tournament and having a secure playoff spot?
Yeah, if I'm being honest, when you look at some of these championship teams that, went far into the playoffs, or some of these playoff teams that went really deep, they had that loud veteran voice. And I think that's something that's been missing from this Hawks team. They do need somebody who's kind of the heart and soul of the team. And I think they're still trying to figure out who that is and who's willing to kind of step into that role and be that person.
These three guys did say that DJ had reached out to them and texted them. What does that say to you?
I think we're starting to see that leadership that we saw from DeJounte Murray when he first came in. I think he was the type of person that a lot of the players on this team talked about, kind of taking people under their wing and coaching them up, giving them advice. And we're starting to see that again. I think he took a little bit of a step back during the season, but it's really great to see this happening again because the Hawks really need it.
Lauren, thank you so much for joining me. Thanks to all of you for watching. Make sure you go to ajc.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel to find more videos just like this one.